Well, by adaptive selling, I'm simply using jargon that's been around for decades, but it's jargon that points to the following reality in most sales organizations. During the course of a month, a week, in many companies during the course of a day, sales reps have to deal with a whole diversity of buyers, buying processes, buying criteria. And what good salespeople learn to do is adapt to those differences. Now, that's an important point to point out, because it shows us the limitations of training methodologies in sales. Notice training firms have a huge incentive to say our methodology will work with your company, that company, and with companies on Jupiter, Mars, and Venus. But it's not true. Buying contexts differ, and good salespeople understand that. So that's what's meant by adaptive selling. Now, active retrieval is the terminology that learning theorists use for the way you learn from experience. And basically, sales is a very, very good example of this. Over time, what good salespeople learn is where articulating the value proposition this way works, where it doesn't work. And again, to use the learning theorist jargon, in effect, they develop what they call scripts. Now, by scripts, they don't mean glib pitches, but they develop a repertory of experiences that tell them this kind of buyer, not that kind of buyer. That's essentially what active retrieval is about. Now, what do we do about that? Aside from saying, wow, aren't human beings interesting, complex, and adaptive? We do a couple of things. One is, this is a fundamental fact about adult learning, but especially in sales. Adults tend to pay attention to information when and where they need it. And sales people in particular pay attention to information not weeks or months earlier or later in a training seminar, but on their way to making an important sales call, or even during the sales conversation itself.
Right.
This is an area where the newer sales enablement technologies can really help.
Okay.
Because what those technologies allow good sales managers to do is disseminate best practice. Notice how this person responded to this objection. Notice how your colleague X dealt with this price issue. And increasingly, the technology is available in the media that salespeople are most comfortable with: their phone, the iPad, etc. That is what I mean by adaptive selling and active retrieval. They're jargon for fundamental aspects of the way most reps manage their day.